Here's, they were supposed to be there, front row, clapping, smiling, pretending to care. Instead, when my name was called and the lights burned hot on my face, the chairs I reserved for them sat empty. Their absence screamed louder than the applause. That was the moment I knew I didn't have a family anymore. And yet, as I stepped off stage, still holding the award I bled years for, a stranger brushed against me. Cold metal pressed into my palm. A key. "Welcome home," he whispered. Then he vanished. My phone buzzed, screen lit like a wildfire. 78 missed calls. From them. I still remember when they loved me, or at least when they pretended well enough for me to believe it. Birthdays where they shoved a candle into a cake and called it celebration. Trips where I was invited last minute as though an afterthought. I mistook scraps for love. And I gave them everything. Paid for their debts, covered tuition, fixed roofs, carried burdens none of them could shoulder. I was the steady one, the reliable one, the achiever. Tonight, though, they were at a beach house. All of them. My siblings, my parents, even the cousins who once begged me for rent money. Laughing on Instagram stories, drinking in the sunset, while I stood on a stage clutching an award they said I would never earn. That's when the anger cooled into something sharper. Not rage, clarity. The signs had been there. The late replies, the way my calls went unanswered, the accidental exclusion from group chats. When I confronted them once, they laughed it off. You're too busy with your own life anyway. But busy didn't mean unwanted. No, unwanted meant planned, uninvited, erased. The kind of betrayal that isn't sudden, but deliberate. So I started planning, quietly. I didn't confront them. That would give them power, let them defend themselves, twist guilt into excuses. Instead, I smiled, kept sending money, kept playing the role they thought I'd never step out of. Meanwhile, I began rewriting the story. Step 1, the property. Every house I had gifted them was still in my name. Legal oversight on their part, intentional foresight on mine. They thought I was careless. I was meticulous. Quietly, I filed transfer orders. Ownership revoked. Step 2, the finances. Years of funneling their loans through my accounts left trails they couldn't see. I saw them, and I closed them. Every line of credit they used, every account tied to my guarantees, I severed them. One call to the bank, one email to the board. Overnight, their safety net snapped. Step 3, the truth. I didn't scream it from rooftops. I slipped it, piece by piece, into the right hands. Tax officials, employers, business partners. The kind of truth that doesn't need a voice, only documentation. I built their downfall brick by brick, smiling at family dinners, nodding through their complaints, until the foundation under them was hollow. The key in my hand that night wasn't random. It was the final step. The stranger wasn't a stranger. He was a lawyer, paid, instructed, precise. The key opened the very beach house they were laughing in, because it was mine now. Signed, sealed, transferred hours before my award ceremony. Their trip, their celebration, their family time without me was happening on property that no longer belonged to them. I drove there after the ceremony. No announcement, no anger. Just a calmness that felt almost holy. Through the wide glass doors I saw them. My parents sipping wine, my siblings sprawled on couches, music low and warm. They were mid-laughter when I stepped in. The sound died fast. My mother's glass froze mid-air. My brother stammered, "You weren't supposed to—" "I wasn't supposed to be here?" I asked, voice low, almost kind. I laid the award gently on the table. Its metallic edge caught the lamplight. "You missed my night. So I thought I'd visit yours. My sister shifted uncomfortably. It wasn't personal, I cut her off by placing the key beside the award. This, I said, is mine now. The deed was signed today. Your guests in my house. Confusion turned to panic as the words sank in. My father demanded, "What have you done?" "Nothing you didn't teach me," I replied. Planning, positioning, choosing myself over others. They tried to argue, of course. Shouts, accusations, even tears. But I watched them the way a surgeon watches a body under anesthesia. Clinical, detached, already knowing the outcome. One by one, I explained it to them. The revoked properties, the frozen accounts, the investigations that would soon arrive at their doors. Every safety net gone. They didn't believe me at first. Then phones started buzzing, emails pinged, notifications rolled in. Faces drained of color, hands shook. Reality arrived. That was my stage. Not the award, not the applause. This moment, watching their arrogance collapse into silence. I didn't shout, didn't gloat. I simply stood.